Hello, it's Phoenix Amore. So let me explain what whelp is. That simple word is basically dust my feet. Whelp is a strong word in the sense where it's like, that's your stuff. I tried to warn you. That is in essence prophetess speak on some level. Prophet speak because like, okay, I told you, and at the end of the day, you didn't listen. So whelp is like, okay, I'm dusting my feet. Understand what that means. That's not like an order. I don't care. I'm so cold blooded and have you want to say it, but it's like you made these decisions and this is what came down from it. Well, now I like to talk about these little parables and stories because where I was going with all this is making people understand that is what the Bible and the Quran is. These stories are all, do you get the lessons in the stories, right? So when everybody, if you think about how it's like if somebody writes a book, right? And some people always trying to twist it, and they have these conspiracy theories about these books. It's no different from the Bible. People take one verse, two verses, and they go, see, this verse here says, that is not even the word. When I talk about the book of law, this is why I bring that up all the time. I'm like, the Bible nor the Quran are the original word. So at the end of the day, it was man's best effort to interpret that book of law. So this is why I don't get into big arguments with people. However, what I do is just try to educate people on understanding what the true blue lessons are in some of the stories in the Bible. If you think about everything, every person that God chose for high tasks, you had drunks, you had murderers. It's the people that society would be like, well, now why the hell would God pick these people? But the thing you have to stress to people is that they changed. The worst concept, and you'll see it all the time. You'll see that person has been drunk for 10 years, right? And I've seen it to where it's like, I could argue, but I don't feel like it. But you'll see the person has been the drunk for 2 years, right? This is not judgment, it's real. They'll say, well, Noah was a drunk. Okay, I can almost guarantee you when God said a flood is coming and it's going to kill everybody, some kind of news make people get sober real quick. Okay, God, what you need me to do? Build this ship. Now, if you think Noah stayed drinking while he was building that ship, you are in what we call la la land. I'm sure Noah got real sober real quick when God asked him to do a task, okay? Some of this selection process that you see in the Bible is really more, if you think about it, again, God choosing people that people would normally shun. People, man, that arrogance would normally shun. But there was also a change that happened in the people. So when you have, and I call it administration because I really try to word it like that because Jesus didn't work in the church. So I worded it as such that people can relate between administration and even the military. So just so you kind of get a visual of it. When I say, oh, administration causing problems, I say that because Jesus didn't work in the church, right? So when you talk about a Moses, again, with the occult, Moses knew all the occult stuff, but God said, now, you have that knowledge again, but let me train you in my ways. If you think about that, that's God saying, that's good, you know that stuff, you'll know how to fight it. This is where I was trying to break this down for people is deep. So this is the path that I was kind of put to do because at the end of the day, when it says trained, I never practiced witchcraft. I just knew about it because I had clients coming to me and I'm shocked, like, you did what and what happened and they did what kind of stuff. So it was more like, wow, this stuff is really out there and really exists. And so God kind of took me, I feel like God took me under his wing and was like, good, you know all this stuff. So now how can I have you help me? And the willingness that I had to go there, that's the key that people need to understand. So um, just know change. If you look at that Bible, change is a part of the whole process. Don't be silly and stay high or stay drunk all the time and be like, well, no, I was drunk. And you always murder and you say, well, so-and-so was a murderer. Was is that key word. It's about change and growth. Take care.